Yeah, we have something really fun going on, Joe. Donna and Homer are joining us in honor of the big cheese straw challenge happening this Sunday, making cheese straws in our great kitchen set. So what do we need to make cheese straws, guys?
Well, you need cheese.
Well, of course, you have to have cheese.
To have cheese. That's what you start with. There are lots of ways to make cheese straws, but they all have cheese in them. And different bakers do it different ways. My husband makes cheese straws. He buys it already grated. He takes the easy way out.
And any kind of cheese? Is there a certain type of cheese?
Well, it depends on the cook. Some will use only a certain kind of cheese. Cheddar seems, Cracker Barrel, cheddar seems to be popular, but some of our entrants are making cheese straws with alternate types of cheese. And Homer prefers to grate his in his vintage Mooley hand grater that he tells me is older than he is. I won't tell you how old Homer is, but he's older than I am.
I believe I mean, that is antique there. I'm telling you what, because I remember when I was growing up, you had the one that you had on my mama had the side one.
That's right.
I don't know that I've seen one of those.
Well, it grates it very finely.
I can see that, and it looks great.
And flour. Have to have flour and butter. This is not health food, Cherish. This is definitely not health food. And then different people use a different variety of seasonings or spices. The best cheese straws, I think, and it's all personal opinion, have a little kick to them, a little cayenne pepper.
That. I like a little kick. Hey, you're speaking my language. A little kick, some cheese, some butter. Every now and then, have a little bit of this.
Well, and cheese straws are generally associated with holidays and with festive family occasions because they're rich. They're not something you're going to eat every day. And we've arranged to have a cheese straw cook-off on Sunday on the grounds of the historic Oakley complex. And we have about a dozen bakers who think they are the best, and each of them is hoping to be crowned the big cheese.
This is fantastic. Who knew there was a contest where people could make cheese straws and compete? This is great, and it's happening right here in Mobile. It's an entire afternoon to celebrate cheese straws, like you mentioned, this Sunday from 3 to 5.
That's right.
So just cheese straws everywhere?
Cheese straws everywhere, and for $10 you can come, you can taste as many as you like, you can have a beverage, you can tour the Oakley Historic Mansion. It's a real bargain. Normally to see the house is $7, and your $10 means that $7 tour, and for $3 you have all the cheese straws and finger sandwiches and beverage that you can drink.
This is great. So something for the entire family.
That's right.
That's great.
Right.
And on a Sunday afternoon, I know a lot of times we are always looking for something to do. What's going on a Sunday afternoon that's, you know, not too much, but
just
something that would
be fun. Just a couple of hours, come outside, bring your family, enjoy yourselves.
This is great. And Homer, you're still grating. I mean, it's going to take a lot of cheese.
It takes a pound of cheese.
Okay, so you're going to be at work for a while. So we'll let Homer continue grating, and then when we come back, can we start mixing it all together? What do you think?
We've already done that. It's not hard, Cherish, but it's fairly labor intensive. And so what we're going to do while you're gone is act like we're mixing it all together. And then we'll come back and we'll squeeze them out, because that's really the key. The mixing is just mixing. But the key is squeezing them out onto the tray and getting them ready to cook. So
proper technique.
That's proper technique. You've got it.
Sounds good. All of the information about the big event this weekend is on our website, as well as the recipes on how to make cheese straws. On our website, Studio 10 tab on fox10tv.com. When we come back, we'll learn the proper technique to squeeze out the cheese straws. Sounds good.
You got it.
Okay.
Rex told me before the segment he also wanted to eat a bunch of cheese straws.
Well, we brought enough for you to have some cheese straws, Joe.
All right.
You must have bumped Cherish out of the way for this segment because you knew that we already had a few ready.
That's right.
So if you want to take a bite, I can talk while you chew.
Sure, let's do that.
This cheese straw challenge, of course, it's going to be a great time, and we want all of you to join us. Homer's squeezing out the last few here to put in the oven, but we're raising money for a very important project. There is, on the grounds of the Oakley Historic Complex, the Cook's House, which is going to be opened next summer as the first African-American post-emancipation house museum in Mobile.
Wow.
And it's going to portray what life was like for African-Americans, for some African-Americans in Mobile after the Civil War. So this Cheese Straw Challenge is to raise money to go toward that project. We're making good progress toward raising money, but every project always needs more
very neat.
money.
What a fantastic project to have something so historic historical like that right here in Mobile.
That's right. And we have 2 different ways to judge our cheese straws.
Okay.
People who come and buy a ticket will get to vote on their favorite cheese straw, but we also have some professional type people who really know this stuff. And Homer's going to tell you about our celebrity judges.
Sure.
We have George Paniotu from Cooper Restaurants, who is our sponsor, Cooper.
He's on Studio 10 all the time, cooking it up with us. Yep.
We have Margaret Luce, who is a hostess with the mostest in Mobile. And we have Wembley Horry, who is the quintessential caterer in Mobile, and she and her husband Al made cheese straws for years. And she knows a thing or two about cheese straws.
What is the slight spiciness I'm tasting in here?
Cayenne.
Cayenne. There's some cayenne pepper in these cheese
There
straws.
are probably as many different recipes as there are cooks that make them.
And that's what makes cheese straws unique, and that's why we're going to have a contest to see which ones are the best, right?
That's right. Our cooks range from people who've been making cheese straws for over 50 years, all the way down to people who are making cheese straws for the first time because they want to be supportive of our event.
All right.
A wide range of opportunities.
Definitely, and said there on the screen this Sunday from 3 to 5 at the Oakley Historic Complex. You don't want to miss it. A fantastic time, and as you said, benefits something very important, bringing that history here to Mobile as well. Guys, thanks a lot. We'll check back with you in just a little while. Sound good?
All right.
All right, Cherish.
Welcome back to our great kitchen set here on Studio 10 with Donna and Homer talking about the cheese straw challenge. So it's smelling like, of course, cheese here in our kitchen, and it smells great. Cheese straw challenge happening this Sunday from 3 to 5, Oakley Historic Complex. So let's talk first about the challenge and what it's all about.
The challenge is to raise money for the Cook's House on the side of the Oakley Historic Complex. The Cook's House will be Mobile's first African-American house museum, and we want it to portray what life was like after the Civil War for some of the African-American people in Mobile. And we're going to let people taste our cheese straws and tour the existing house at the historic complex. The Cook's House won't be open till August, but we're raising $225,000, and by attending this event, people can be part of raising enough money to allow us to do what we want to do with the house.
And $10 will get you in. It'll get you to tour the Oakley Mansion. It'll also get you all the cheese straws you can possibly eat. I mean, it's going to be a fantastic day for the whole family again this Sunday from 3 to 5, and we're doing some cheese straws here on Studio 10 today. How are things going? I mean,
they're
looking
going
good.
Very well, but let me sneak in one thing
Okay,
here,
sure.
Cherish. Thanks to Cooper Restaurants, who sponsored our events, all of your money goes toward the Cook's House.
That is
which
great.
is, for any fundraiser, that's an important thing, to have sponsors so that people know their money isn't going to buy the goodies at the Cheese Straw Challenge. It's going directly to restoration of the Cook's House.
Right, all these cheese straws, these are folks coming in who think that they have the best cheese straws, and they want you and a few other people to be the judges of that and decide, hey, you know, yeah, I do have the best cheese straws. Not me, but these guys that are going to be in the competition. And these cheese straws, you can, some people are going to be making them out of different types of cheese. You guys have made them out of cheddar cheese.
That's right. And we've made ours today in straws. They're long, skinny pieces that look a little bit like straws. You will also see some that are done in the shape of wreaths. I have a little napkin here full of wreaths so that they're a little bit round, and you can see all it requires is piping them out in a different shape. And then some people like to ball up the dough, just roll it up into a little ball, press it with your thumb, and pop a pecan on top. So even though these don't look like straws, the basic recipe is the same, and you may see some shaped like that at our competition.
Very neat. So you can get this recipe when you log on to our Studio 10 tab on fox10tv.com, as well as information about the competition. This would be something great if you're having a holiday party. You can make these at home and you can serve them to your guests. So wonderful idea. Again, this Sunday is going to be the big cheese straw competition from 3 until 5. Tickets $10, and that includes samplings, votings, a wine bar, refreshments, and a tour of that Oakley Historic home, which is absolutely beautiful, and proceeds all benefit the Cook's House Restoration Project. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you.
Do I get to eat a cheese straw?
Yes, you do. Help
Pretty
yourself.
excited about this. Thanks so much. Make sure you log onto our website to get all that information.